These two end tables were bought at different thrift stores, but both have a cane shelf. The cane border was messed up and missing on one end table, and the other, the finish on the top, was bubbled up a bit. Let's make these end tables match and fix the damaged finish on them. First, I tried to lighten the cane by removing the old finish. I sprayed on a couple coats of chemical stripper and let it sit for about 15 minutes. The finish came off easily when I scrubbed it a bit with a toothbrush. I love when that happens. The finish on the other table didn't come off as easily, even after another coat of stripper. So I gave up and just let it dry out. Obviously, they didn't look the same once dry, so I had to do something about that. But first, we had to fix the missing cane. I soaked it in water for 30 minutes to soften it up, and then I hammered it into place. I'm not sure that this is the best method to do it, but it worked. Then I used some stain I had on hand to stain it a little darker. It wasn't an exact match, but that's okay. To make the cane look the same, I gave both tables a coat of paint wash in the color Algonquin from Fusion Mineral Paint. This left the natural wood grain peeking out a bit, and it made the cane look very similar. I ended up with 2 coats to make the cane look the same on both end tables. The next day, when it was all dry, I taped off the cane with some delicate frog tape since I had just painted the surface the day before and covered the cane with some plastic. Before I could paint, I scuffed up the finish on each of the end tables to help the paint stick. I also sanded the finish off completely on the top of the one table and filled in some dings with wood filler. The next day, my husband sanded the wood filler down for me, vacuumed up all of the dust, and wiped the tables down to remove any remaining dust. He then took them outside and sprayed on 2 coats of clear shellac to prevent bleed-through stains from coming through the paint and to help the paint stick even better. We let them dry overnight and then brought them back inside our workshop to warm them up. Finally, time to paint the rest of the end tables. I painted them in Sommelier, did I say that right? From Sherwin-Williams. This paint doesn't need a top coat, so after 2 coats of paint and 8 hours of drying, they were all done. Here's what they looked like before, and here's what they look like now. I love this deep red color, which is shocking to me because I've been against red for a while now. What do you think of the color? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button so you won't miss out on more painted furniture makeovers. And hey, your thoughts and shares are what keep this community fun, so drop your comments below and let's keep the conversation going. Want to turn your hobby into cash? Click the link in my comments to download the free pricing guide that we use to buy and sell furniture.